bit Cicek. Is he a bit of a futsal gun? Yeah. Have I done my research on him? The name Jake Rumble, but he's only starting on the bench. Russell. Top scorer Sato last season's not been playing. Yeah. Isaac Reed not playing. Dennis playing. Not a huge squad. I assume Ben Russell's their regular keeper, but he must be injured. What's the time? 7:44.
Hello, hello. Hi, Alachi. This is the ambient mic on channel 2. And this is the com mic, channel 1.
Yep, all good if not. Otherwise we can do what we did last time in the second half. Yeah. Well, it probably won't work, will it? I've got a... Do you have that plugged in, or you don't have that? Yeah. Yeah, so that's... We'll just do what we did in the second half last time, and I'll just take the stuff away.
You want that? Oh, you have one, isn't it? Those runnings, not runnings, J-car. You have one of those.
Got it. Left it at home. I don't know what I've just come from work, and I don't know, just... I was thinking about fiddling with these settings, and I wasn't thinking about that we need power to.
You know what? You know that home last time. That I haven't got a Behringer one actually.
Yeah, but I've been using this for about a year, and I haven't had problems. But I have had minor issues in the last 2 or 3 games on and off that I can't quite get right. So
isolate.
Yeah. So we put. I found in the old settings, because I had these sitting around here, was to like drop those down, because when I had the vision of it, they would drop down to there, and then these were increased instead. And I think it might take away a lot of the stuff. And then these had been depressed, but I noticed in the picture I had from when we had it rigged up, they were actually pushed up. So I'll try that on a Friday night and see how it goes when I'm on net. Even if I forget my power on Friday, it doesn't matter because we're at gully and there's power supplied. It's always the game where there's no power at all is the game when you... Yeah, it would be amazing if there was somehow just a power...
Sparks coming out. That's great. Good. Well, I think we're all set then. I've done an audio test. I'll do it with you guys once we plug in whatever you're going to use.
Yeah, let's get that done now. Yeah. Does Mark have this as well, does he?
No, you don't want to go in there.
we're not. We can't get power.
Oh, okay. Do you need a splitter?
Split? Do you have one?
I've got one, but I won't be able to hear him. That's the only problem.
Last time you were just passing the mic. Weren't you?
No, last time we
What
just
did
put
you do?
we just put these on. We couldn't hear ourselves, but we just put them on like this.
And were we going through your split test?
Second half we didn't use the splitter. Oh, sorry.
The second half.
Yeah, we used a.
I've got a little mini one.
Yeah, I always get a big panic when I see that. It's nice though. But with 5 minutes to go, that's good.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you do in the second?
Actually, second half I think we canned your effects mic. We just used.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
right.
just plugged in.
Let's have a go at this.
So we've got a we've got splitters. That would be better.
I'd love to try that Zoom next to at some point. It's just I get nervous when there's 5 minutes to go.
It just means that we'll just have to have one off, one on.
All right, pass me your. As well, Steve.
Thanks, Julian.
Right. Do a quick test and I'll get the MCR to.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
The MCR sounds good. Sounds like it's a real nerve center. Let's do a test. Hello, 1 1 2 1 2.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, it sounded good. All right, let me get the MCR to check.
Good evening, MCR. This is Steve and Alex on the shores of Hobson's Bay, the mouth of Coral Creek. What can we expect tonight, Alex? What are we going to be seeing out there in the middle of this pitch? Looks like it's been narrowed.
Alex, just pop your cams on and give me a minute, 30 seconds to chat away.
Should be a very interesting game, Steve. We should see quite a tense first 10 minutes. I think Georges should get on top of Williamstown, but the cup set, we like to call it, anything can happen.
Look, the cup set could be on tonight, Alex. I see that it's a heavily rotated Georgie squad. Some youngsters have been given some minutes. So that's interesting. Equally as interesting as well is the fare from the canteen. I've heard it's very good.
We'll be looking forward to that one.
Right, just now silence. Just go check for a hop, so just play it. It's all right. Yeah, we're all good. I'll wait for MCR to give the official. So that's good. Ambient is good.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
centre backs both wore orange boots
That doesn't help things.
and both wore a t-shirt.
So they look kind of the same.
Hey Tony. We are indeed. Have a chat to me if you like. We can talk tactics. What could they do differently? Have you gone inside? Did you have to pay attention to it?
That's good! That's a touch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not bad. Oh, it's alright.
I feel nervous putting my head down here. Footballs.
That is one thing that is a possibility.
Yeah, we're odds on to get a stat or several stats tonight, and maybe we might have to come in for a big punch. Stop committing the camera.
We've got enough space if there's a sliding tackle, you know.
I think they'll stay there.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Only goal in so far. Yes. So you did Brunswick, UVA Northcote on Friday night? Yeah. Good game.
Not really. It was like the two both teams scared to attack.
A bit cagey.
Yeah. They were just like someone just needed to like really take the game.
No one was going for it.
Yeah. Which is weird because Brunswick the game losing streak, you'll think they'll be more reserved and Northfish should be just attack, but Brunswick 1-0. But even then, I think they were lucky they probably could have gotten a goal or two. So that goes sometimes. Yeah, just bunches up the league.
Really good.
That's the one thing you want. You want to bunch up the top 4, top 6, make it easy for you. Makes it a little bit exciting. Not too bad. I'll show something. Some places.
So they're yours, right? Is that a match ball or our ball, Mark? No, that's ours. Just keep away from those balls then.
Hi, buddy.
Mark, Blair.
Silent.
That looks like don't zoom in too much.
Well, hello and welcome to JT Grey Reserve as the New Balance Dockerty Cup getting towards the business end. Round 6 of the competition here on Tuesday Night Football on the Football Victoria live stream. Thanks for your company tonight for this match between State League 2 outfit Williamstown Soccer Club against the might of Caroline Springs George Cross from NPL Victoria. Players are out on the park. We're excited for this one. My name's Steve Curtin, and it's a pleasure to have alongside me tonight Alex Sivkorowski. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening, Steve. Good evening, viewers. What a match this is going to be. Could we have a cup set on our hands? State League 2 Northwest side versus the NPL side. Anything can happen, and what a moment this is for both sides as we look to round 7 and potentially look at the big fixture is being on the centre stage of football. So it's going to be a glorious evening tonight.
Well, it's a good opportunity for Williamstown to spring a surprise. They're one of the lower-ranked sides still going in the competition, coming from State League 2. Not the only side from State League 2 Northwest still in the this round of the competition as we look to narrow it down tonight. 10 games on, so we'll be narrowing 20 down to 10 tonight. The draw tomorrow, and it won't be long till we find out who makes the semi-finals of the Dockerty Cup and also qualifies those 4 places who will join South Melbourne, already qualified on the basis of winning the Australian Championship last November. Will be joined by 4 other Victorian clubs. And, well, Williamstown and Georgie's got their opportunity here. And, well, Caroline Springs, George Cross, they are a team with pedigree in cup competitions in years gone by, going back to the 60s, Alex, where they have been the National Cup winners in the Australian football, and well, could they make a return to that stage this year?
Well, yes, the cup proudly displayed at home of George Cross. When you walk in, you can see it there. So just to remind everyone what they've won. But yeah, big opportunity here for both sides. Eric Vasiliadis has rung in the changes. There is no one from the starting 11 on Saturday's loss to Hume City. So he's pretty much told the boys, get used to it. There are going to be some players who here tonight are really looking to impress, and they've got a big game coming up against South Melbourne on Monday night.
That's right, 11 changes. But we'll take a look at the home side first, Williamstown Soccer Club. So Bjorn Kant is wearing the number 1 jersey. He's scored a couple of goals, one in the league, one in the cup, but he's been charged with taking the gloves tonight with no Ben Russell. The outfield players Hayden Morris, Adrian Fruscalzo, Craig Matheson, Jose Arancibia, who we've seen in the top flight for Moreland City a couple of years ago. Also Matej Babic, Josh Gallos, Steve Mladenovsky, Ubade Cicek, Liam Nash and Massimo Laverso. We're getting underway. So Williamstown, the home side here, they're playing to the left of your screen at home in the all-blue kits. And we'll get to that Georgie starting lineup in just a moment. It's a frantic opening here. There's Emmanuel Prifty, who's been charged with taking the gloves tonight for Georgie's, and we'll just wait for a moment for this one to settle down. Here is the Chilean Jose Arancibia in the number 9. Really good recruit at this level. And let's take a look at that Georgie's lineup. As you said, Alex, 11 changes from the side from Saturday evening.
Yeah, in goals is Emmanuel Prifty. Number 3, Gerard Bozinov. Number 9, Jakob Mustafa. Number 11, Joshua Whiteley, the captain this evening. Number 12, Callum Pickford. Number 19, Jonathan Alvarez. Number 20, Agur Manuel. Number 23, Ross Vasiliadis. 25, Maker. 29, James Curran. And number 31, Michael Samara. So a very fresh lineup this evening. As we said, not one starter from the weekend. So Eric Vasiliadis just making a change to go, boys, your chance to prove yourself, and more importantly, getting some minutes. A lot of these players haven't had a chance to play this year in the senior squad, so it's a good opportunity for them as well.
Exactly right. And let's take a look at the bench tonight for Michael Locke's Williamstown side. Coming off the bench tonight, or the players waiting in reserve tonight: Jake Rumble, Russell Barker, James Michevsky, Ethan Babic, Philip Lloyd, and Russell Muzinda. The 6 subs there. It's a strong bench for Eric Vasiliadis as well. Alex Morgan Filer and Tyler James, Nicholas Dibb, Aidan Mustardanagic, Lucas Burns, Christian Siciliano, the sub-keeper. So plenty of options to bolster this side if needed tonight, if Eric Vasiliadis needs to chase the game. Well, we saw it last time we were together as well. It was a State League outfit, Sydenham Park, on that night who took the lead against the Oakley Cannons. So could we see that again tonight, and perhaps the Eckers have to bring on the big guns off the bench?
Well, we hope not. We hope to have this game, without any disrespect to Williamstown, done in the first 45 and ensure that they control the tempo. So For the neutral viewers at home, I'm sure they're hoping that we have a penalty shootout, but I don't think our batteries will last that long. I definitely know the cameraman will be sweating a little bit if he has to make a couple of battery changes.
Well, yeah, we've got the talented Julian behind the camera tonight, and last time he had to grasp the nettle by filming from the edge of a very narrow platform on a scoreboard. It was all OHS approved, but definitely an awkward spot that might have required a bit of lumbar adjustment the next day after contorting himself. Today, it's off the deck here, so yeah, no power supplied here. It's proper grassroots football. It's state league football the way you know it, and there's a lot of people who've rolled into Williamstown tonight at JT Grey Reserve, training for the boys and girls. They've been in action, and they're gathering now and hanging around to support the senior guys tonight as they hope to make another step. And well, this would be a famous win if they could conquer Caroline Springs George Cross. Dare I say it, the most famous win in their 45-year history, as they do celebrate 45 years since joining the comp in the state leagues and working their way up over the years as well through a lot of hard work, blood, sweat and tears by community volunteers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this one's probably a little bit special for me, Steve. My dad used to play for this club, so I remember coming here as a 3-4-year-old and told to sit at left back and don't move and have the ball and wait for him after the game to pick him up. So a special moment here for me, obviously coming back all these years. But look, you never know what can happen in these cups. We've seen a lot of teams. Lanana Wadding, last year went all the way to, right to the end. And, Williamstown, this could be a big moment for them. It's a big scalp with George Cross. They know that it's a big opportunity for this club, as you mentioned, 45 years. And, they could do it on a cold night in Williamstown.
Well, it is a cold night. I think we used that term at our last cup tie together a couple of weeks ago, and it was probably a little bit of a stretch almost, but tonight it is genuinely a cold night in Williamstown. The dew is making things very slippery out there on the couch grass. It's a proper state league pitch, this one. But you mentioned your father playing here. I imagine that the clubroom facilities that we see behind the goals at the right of screen there, they weren't quite what they are now.
No, not at all. It's fantastic work by the committee and the president and the council to get this venue up and running. That thoroughly deserved, and having this opportunity to grow the game, especially with the women's game growing as well. So fantastic effort by everyone, and it's great to see that we need more clubs to get involved and try to get it. It's a beautiful facility. It's definitely changed over the years from that old tin shed and the old bricks, but yeah, it's great to see, and I think they should be proud of themselves for what they have here.
A good footballing facility here, and also this venue, or this wider complex used by Barnstoneworth United, another state league club in the west, as Whiteley sends in yet another long throw. Pressure on this Williamstown defence, but the boys in all royal blue manage to come away with the ball, and they play it up to Jose Arancibia, but he loses possession and concedes it to Jonathan Alvarez, the number 19, getting a start tonight. Here's Yagub Mustafa, one of the more experienced players, getting a start for Georgies tonight, but his feet were going a little bit too fast there, Alex, as he plays it out of play in front of those spectators there. They're enjoying some warm drinks and some good hot food from the canteen. I was speaking to Georgies team manager, Peter Couchy, before. He was waiting a little bit of a long wait for his order of his, I'm not sure what it was in his roll. He was ordering some kind of roll that was taking a little while, but he was excited for what was coming. But it was a busy night in the canteen, as is the case on these cup nights.
Yeah, well, he walked across the pitch. I seen he had a nice silverware full of food, so I'm sure he shared that with the bench. But I think we're all looking forward to that one after the game. But yeah, so far, look at opening minutes here. It's been pretty quite good. Williamstown haven't backed down, which is a good sign. They're up for that challenge. It's just over time, can they continue that discipline? And so far, so good. I mean, they're coming into this game, in quite good form. They've had, in the last 5 games, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. So, and they've beat Rowville Eagles 3-1 in, round 2 of this cup. 3-0 against Phillip Island, which was a whitewash, and 4-1 against Kings Domain. And then in the last round 5, 2-0 against Old Scotch College. And they won on the weekend, 3-1 against Albion Rovers. So, sitting quite well in 4th spot in State League 2 Northwest.
They're in good form, and interestingly, their coach Michael Locke, coming in from 10 years at Craigieburn City, he's won 4 promotions over his years, 22 years as a coach. Whiteley's going to pull the trigger.
Oh!
Yeah, what a good save that is! At full stretch there, Bjorn Kant. And that needed a touch, Alex.
It definitely did. It looked good from our angle here. Perfect view behind, and just got a touch there by the keeper, Bjorn Kahn. So, look, first real test of the game for Williamstown. Can they ensure that they keep this one out? And there'll be another corner here.
So we mentioned in the pre-match as well, Bjorn Kahn is nominated on the club website as a forward, as an attacker. As we said, he scored 1 in the league and 1 in the cup campaign so far. But Ben Russell not available, so Bjorn Kahn has been thrown the gloves, and it's another great feature of this cup competition when we've got unlikely heroes playing out of position. And could it be the night where Bjorn Kahn keeps a clean sheet? If that good save to start the game is anything to go by, anything is possible, Alex.
Absolutely, and you never know if it's scoreless at the end of 120 minutes. We're going to penalties, and he's got a chance to, get another one there. So, look, big opportunities, and this is why we love the game so much, Steve. It's like this time where you get to see the state sides playing against the big teams and being given that opportunity to prove themselves and go, we can mix it with the big boys, we can cause an upset, and and it gives the juniors watching, there's plenty behind us here, they're watching on, they're supporting their team, it gives them hope that one day maybe they might be playing in a cup against a big team in the NPL. So it's a fascinating competition, one of the best in Australia, and and we're lucky to bring you this live action. I think a lot of people love playing in this game. It's a long ball there from Maker. Just held up a little bit now as they bring it back out to Curran, who looks to cross it in but was blocked there from Fruscalzo. So plenty of attacking forward play here by George Cross, which probably just might put the pressure on a little bit on Williamstown.
It's good seeing George is giving these youngsters an opportunity tonight. Jared Bozanov, Jonathan Alavras, James Curran, Michael Samaras, all players we're not too familiar with. Whiteley is a player that we are. It's well away by Matheson there from the long throw. Aaron Sibia had his shirt pulled there. Good sole of the foot control from Aaron Sibia, and he might win a free kick. Play on's the call again. Williamstown looking for a whistle that wasn't coming. And they're pinned back in their own half at the moment, Williamstown.
It's great to be on the sidelines, Steve. You have the commentary from the fans, which we love to hear from. But, probably a bit unlucky there. Probably did deserve a free kick. So something the referee maybe needs to make sure, he keeps an eye on it. We've got the fourth official, so he's on top of things as well. Whiteley now. So just looking to spread the field here, George Cross, ensure that they catch Williamstown out of position. Good cross coming in, but no one there as Mustafa back out to Whiteley. Has a shot that's blocked again, and plenty of blue shirts around, Steve, trying to clear that and make a maker. Got to be careful. He's turned it over.
Good block there by Fruscalzo. He definitely felt that one on a cold night. It was drilled with real venom from Josh Whiteley, who can hit a ball, but Fruscalzo was holding his ground, lining up in defence tonight. And in comes the throw by Cicek. Cicek lining up at left back tonight.
Yeah, interesting decision. Usually a forward in previous teams he's played for does also play futsal as well, and it's interesting decision to play at left back, but his versatility of him, he does have, that quite a good play where he can play in any defensive role, midfield role, or attacking role. So it's great. It's good to see that they have those type of players that are versatile and can play anywhere and fit in wherever they can to assist the team.
It's a good attacking option for me as well, Alex, to plant someone in that fullback role that can go forward, that can attack, likes to get forward, can whip a ball in. And it's good to see a team like Williamstown, who are a state league side, deploying attacking players in those positions, because it means that they're backing themselves in to try and get over Georgies tonight. Well, here comes Peter Couchy now. He's
still has
finished
some
up
food
the
in his
canteen.
hand.
He's picked up a couple of captain's armbands there. Not sure how many leaders they need in this Georgies team. I think Whiteley's the captain tonight in the starting 11. Some of their regular and more experienced players in midfield that we saw starting on Saturday night, all not out there tonight. Luke Lofts, Nicholas Dibb, Tyler James.
And also Christian Siciliano as well on the bench, so opportunity for Emmanuel Prifty to get some valuable minutes here.
And we're seeing Kent just going to take some time off the clock here. There's no need to rush things, just control the tempo, get the side up the park, get everyone a breather. They're defending pretty hard at the moment. He's looking for Matheson there. He's got a bit of the Josh Kennedy's about him, hasn't he, Matheson, just about there, Alex?
Quite a tall unit.
The number 7.
Yeah, he's got three goals in the league and 3 goals in the cup. So
his scoring form is good. Plays in the number 10 role. He's a good player with physicality at the set pieces and put himself about. They haven't taken a backward step, these Williamstown players, either so far tonight, and winning themselves a free kick here. Chichek, that cultured left foot to drive this one into the box, and the big men are getting forward. Steve Mladenovsky with the captain's armband, the other centre-back moving on up. So Chichek's delivery gets it into a handy area. There's a bit of confusion in the box, but Georgies are able to get the ball away, only as far as Fruscalzo. We can go all the way back to Kent. Williamstown switching the play from right to left as they try and build up here. This is enterprising play as they surge forward down the Corroy Creek Road side of the venue. In position there, Laverso, the youngster, was looking good. He's got 1 goal to his name in the league so far this season. He had to bide his time on the bench on the weekend, but he gets the start tonight. Plenty of energy and youthful exuberance out there.
So important moment here for Williamstown now. They've started to attack a little bit more, as you mentioned, Steve. They're in Georgie's defensive half. They just need to keep it here for a couple of minutes. Put the pressure back on Georgie's to ensure that they don't have it too easy. And let them know that it's not an easy game tonight. They're going to earn every single possession going forward. And good header there from Manuel, getting another opportunity. He did play in the game against the Albion Rovers and scored 2 goals, so he's looking to try to get a few more minutes underneath his belt and a couple of goals, because obviously Georgians need a goal scorer in the league. That's a good ball that's brought down, and once again it's Whiteley just causing havoc as Maker now in the centre of the park, going wide, going to Curran. So, composed Curran, a right back. As we've seen, he's currently occupying that role quite well. He's been very consistent so far. And George is just finding it a little bit difficult to get out of here as they turn it over. There's a chance there. And the shot from Aaron Chibia, and it's gone wide. So, it's going to be a goal kick, but that was a big let off there by Williamstown. They probably, if they had it on target, would have definitely been a goal.
Well, that's what someone like Aaron Sibia does. He's got that confidence. He was inside his own half there, Alex. He took that shot on. It was bouncing around. He hit that one on the half volley. Just making sure Emmanuel Prifty is on his game back there in between the posts. But he's a player. He scored 9 goals. Oh, did that come off the hand there of Chichak? Oh, play on's the call from our match referee, who is tonight Armin Paiva. His assistants tonight are Alex Katsalis and Liam Robinson. We've got Prakesh Shrestha, the 4th official. He's going to get plenty of camera time tonight, our 4th official, Alex.
We'll make sure we get his good side. So pretty clean game so far, Steve. Not too many rough challenges, which is a good sign. Boys want to keep it clean, and just hopefully the referees don't have too much to do involvement-wise, making the game flow, allowing the players to move the ball freely. But promising signs for Williamstown so far. I'm not sure what's going on as a player. I think his shin pad came out. Got to be careful there. There's Ubedi Chichek now, goes short. Get it back again. Just will get another chance at it. So Williamstown holding steady at the moment, Steve.
Well, they're enjoying these moments, getting the ball up the park. And the long throws are going to be a feature tonight. You'll be able to see on the broadcast that the touch lines have been brought in about 3 metres on this side, assuming on both sides. So the pitch has been narrowed to make it harder for the NPL Victoria side to have space to play. And it's going to be a feature of the game. They're going to see these long throws. It's well cleared away by that Georgie's defence. Getting an outstretched boot there was the number 3, Jared Bozanov. The youngster doing well to acrobatically hook that one away after it was allowed to bounce in the 18-yard box, which won't impress Eric Vasiliadis. Both coaches are pacing around their technical areas. Michael Locke to our right and Eric Vasiliadis to our left. That's a great ball and a good first touch. And here comes Yagub Mustafa playing it across the face. Good block by Friscalzo. Williamstown are going to try and come away, looking to play direct. Williamstown again don't get the decision going their way. Aaron Sibia and Matheson combined, putting it back out in front of Aaron Sibia. It's a foot race, but getting back to mop up there was Ross Vasiliadis in the long sleeves tonight. That's a good decision in fancy. Looks like Ross is lining up as the right back for Eric Vasiliadis' side tonight. So it's going to be chit-chat with the throw. Does he want to launch this one in towards Matheson? Just decides to go short. Friscalzo clears that one straight into the Georgie's technical area. We're expecting to get a stat or two here, Alex, so keep those hands ready. We might have to punch the ball away like a goalkeeper, so none of the equipment gets cleaned up tonight.
Yeah, we've got to make sure we're on our toes as at any moment the ball could come our way. Good defending there by Cicek. He eventually clears it upfield to release the pressure there. And it's a foot race with Aaron Shibia and Maker. Or getting back there is a chance. And it's gone in. It's a wonderful effort from Jose Aaron Shibia. It was a mix-up in the back line. And it's Williamstown who have the opening goal.
Well, the home fans are delighted here, and the celebrations are underway. Well, with that player that we talked about with NPL Victoria experience with Moreland City a couple of years ago, big mistake by Georgie's. Aaron Sibia makes full advantage of it, using all of his experience. The Chilean gets his 3rd goal in the Dockerty Cup this season. And what a time to score it. Inside 20 minutes, Williamstown lead against Caroline Springs. George Cross against the odds. It's the State League 2 boys that are setting the pace here at JT Gray Reserve.
Yeah, that's something that will be, talked about for a very long time. Could that be the goal that gets them into round 7? Eric Vasiliadis and his coaching staff will be really disappointed at conceding a goal like that. They have conceded a few goals over the last couple of weeks where there's just been a bit of miscommunication between the defenders, and that's something that he hopes to get under control. But there's plenty of time left. Got over another 25-odd minutes in this first half, so plenty of time left. Can they make it count is the question here, Steve.
Ball across the face, looking for the quick reply here. It's away by that Williamstown defence. Ball played back in, there's no one there, but Whiteley eventually gets on the end of it. Yagub Mustafa. This is Curran, gets the ball in again. He's been busy down that right-hand side for Georgie's, has James Curran. Here's Matheson. Oh, he goes to ground, and Aaron Sibia was running into space, and is that going to be the first card of the evening perhaps here?
Well,
a real tactical foul by Georgie's, and they might get away with that one without any further punishment, it looks like, Alex.
Yeah, probably maybe deserve the caution there as he let the first one go, and then Matheson just bulldozing his way through the defence there. So probably a bit unlucky that a caution wasn't given, but the referee will definitely keep that one in the back of his mind as Williamstown look to go forward now. Can they get a second here? And that one just goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Well, we've seen the danger, the threat of Jose Arancibia to full effect tonight. That 2024 season, he scored 9 goals for Moreland City, finishing bottom of the table that year, which was pretty impressive. 9 goals out of their total of 36. That's a fairly healthy percentage of their total goals for the season. He was briefly at Eastern Lions, 7 appearances there and a goal before spending a long spell at Williamstown last year. He's enjoying himself playing at the State League 2 level, getting amongst the goals and sticking it to the big boys in the cup competitions. Here's Chichek. He ran a room, so he had to use the futsal skills there, Alex. A bit of a toe poke forward.
Let's see the versatility of the left back there. He's if in doubt, just kick it out any way you can. If it's good old-fashioned toe poke, it's worked for him. So we're sure we'll see that quite a number of times as they go forward from Alvarez. And it's going to be a Williamstown ball. You just feel, Steve, that the momentum has sort of shifted to Williamstown way. Even prior to that goal, they were in their attacking half quite a bit, and that goal, you could feel like it was coming, and eventually it came. So it's sort of now up to Georges to really step up to the plate and go, look, we need to really get one back now quickly, because you don't want to go long without a goal, because these sides, they'll bunker down, they'll sit in 2 blocks of 4, just get rid of the ball, not do nothing silly, and in the end they could win. So testing times for Georges now.
A real test for Georges. This narrowed pitch, different kind of surf. This is a very different surface to what they're used to playing like at Fraser Rise and the other MPL Victoria grounds. It's a proper State League 2 pitch venue. We've got plenty of passion in the crowd here. Plenty of passion, and it's something that George is going to need to find at the moment as they chase this game. Williamstown leading through Jose Arancibia's goal on 20 minutes. If you have joined us,
going forward now is Curran. So George is just finding it a little bit difficult now. Really got to get on top of the ball and just control the tempo a little bit here.
It's a good defensive shape behind the ball that we're seeing from Michael Locke's side at the moment. Not allowing any space for Georges to play through, and again they managed to make the clearance there.
Yeah, you can see that Arancibia, as you mentioned, he's staying up top. You got Matheson playing that sort of number 8 role, just dropping back very deep to help out his defenders as well. So, really good, coaching here from Williamstown. They're making sure that they're making life difficult for George Cross and not allowing him to get easy possessions and making him work for every single ball. As you can see there, they're hunting everything down. They're making Georgie's earn it, and that's great to see.
It's going to be a Williamstown throw as well. So 25 minutes gone. Williamstown with the advantage here. Here's Vasiliadis.
Oh.
His ball inside was not a good one. It was picked up by Matheson, who quickly plays it out in front of Arancibia. It's a last gasp clearance for Georges as they try and get back into attack, but Arancibia picks it up. Matheson again, he can play it out wide. He was dispossessed though in the centre of the park. It's congested out there. Chichak putting plenty of pressure on Mustafa. And again, it's Michael Locke who's applauding the effort from his boys there, closing down Georges. As soon as George is winning the ball back, Williamstown straight on top of them, and they win the throw here right in front of our broadcast position on ground level at JT Gray Reserve. Chichek takes it right on the halfway line, looking for Matheson. It's a good header by Yagub Mustafa, flicked on by Manuel. And now surging forward is Callum Pickford, who's got 1 goal in the cup competition so far. Players going to ground, and the shot's a good save from Cant. Got his body behind that one. So Georgie's managing to muster up a shot on target. It came forward in a flurry. can't equal to it.
I think that's the way they're going to have to go through, Steve, is try to get through the quickness, be quick on the ball, don't allow that, Williamstown to get back into position. And if they can do that, move the ball around a lot faster, they'll catch them out, and then they can get a clear-cut chance of goals. Is if they slow things down, it falls into Williamstown's favour. They can get, like I said, those 2 banks of 4 and not allow them to shoot and block everything that comes through. So far, both coaches just trying to get, a little bit of an edge on each other, but at the moment it's pretty even, despite the scoreline.
Well, it's an important test of Williamstown now as they defend this corner kick. Everyone back in the box except for Jose Arancibia. Georges are left a rest defence of 2 players back on the halfway line as well. It's Ross Vasiliadis with the left-footed in-swinger to the back post area. It was Matheson's header initially. Yaqub Mustafa blocked on the line, I think, by his teammate, and that might have been goal-bound.
Yeah, big let off there. Mustafa just winding up the boot, but I think it's just come off Whiteley there. So
I think it has.
A let off there for Williamstown. So, yeah, testing times, but nevertheless quite good. If you're a Williamstown fan, you'll be enjoying this. Leading 1-0 against the NPL side, and the longer this game goes with this scoreline, they'll definitely be growing in confidence.
It's down to 14 degrees by Hobson's Bay, but none of the home fans will be heading home, that's for sure, at the moment, Alex, because they're dreaming of a cup set here as they lead this one 1-0 as we approach the half-hour mark at Williamstown on a Tuesday night. Here's Arancibia, the goal scorer, turning his body, but he doesn't get the decision. Ball out in front of Yaqub Mustafa. He'll be doing well to keep it in, but it had a nice bit of backspin, and he skips past his opponent, which was Fruscalzo, and he manages to win another corner kick. So another opportunity here for Georges to put some pressure on this Williamstown defence. The State League 2 Northwest boys holding strong so far, though, Alex.
Yeah, great defending there by Cicek. Made sure he had cover there, but good work by Mustafa. Rode past 2 challenges. So it is a corner now. This is where Williamstown just need to be alert here.
So it's Vasiliadis to deliver again. It's a useful one, but it's Williamstown in the middle of the box, really. At the back post, Manuel's there. Kant has a bit of a juggle at the ball. Trying to clear it away was Mateja Babic. Georgie's back in possession through James Curran.
Yeah, Manuel there probably should have hit it first time. He's definitely in front of goals. So decided to bring it down, which gave Williamstown enough time to get behind the ball. So good defending so far. Well, it's a good ball through now. Going forward is Arancibia. Look to take him back on. Goes on the right. Just lost his footing there in the end. You can see the frustration. There was a big chance for Williamstown there. Now they've got to push forward here. It's Whiteley. They need to utilise his pace a little bit more. Coming through the middle of the park now. Maker. Going wide. Finds Curran. He's been quite good so far. Cicek gets a lucky break going forward. And Mustafa deemed to give away a foul there.
Yeah, smart play from Cicek there. Knew what he had to do. Got the decision from Armin Paiva. Another chance for Williamstown just to control the tempo a bit here, and they're showing plenty of professionalism themselves against this Georges outfit. Just taking their time to take the restarts as we're inside 15 minutes until the half. Could they go inside the dressing rooms with a 1-0 lead? That would be a perfect first 45 for Michael Locke's side. Here's Mustafa. He's been busy down this right-hand side. He plays it out in front of Callum Pickford, who looks to drive into there. He goes to ground. No penalty, says the referee. Georgie's coming in waves at the moment. It was Alvarez playing it across the face of goal. Manuel was there. It's a good defensive header by Hayden Morris, and they get the ball away. So real pressure on the boys in Royal Blue at the moment as they defend stoutly. Waves of attacks here. Here's Bozanov for options ahead of him. Plays it to no one in particular, but Georgies are able to keep possession eventually through Curran. And now the ball's played into the box and well taken by Kant. The makeshift goalkeeper. He looks like he's a pro between the posts, Alex.
Absolutely. I think he's done an outstanding job so far. Only one save we made earlier on, but since then he's kept his cool. But as you know, the commentator's curse, he's kept it in. So good work there by Nash is going forward now. But you can see, Steve, every single time that George Cross take their time on the ball, gives more time for Williamstown to get back into position and get back in defence. So they need to move it just a little bit quicker here. And as Nash just took his time, and this is where teams can get punished as Chichek, as Mustafa swings it wide to widely. It's going to be a solid effort, but Kant will get there first.
A bit of a disappointing cross from Mustafa there. He probably had a little bit more time than that, really sliced under it. It's going to be that concentration leading into the break is going to be important for Williamstown, but also good quality first touches. We saw Aaron Sibia really lock the ball in before, and then Nash was not able to do the same. Resulted in a chance for Georges to play it into the box, which they couldn't make the most of. Now Georges attacking down the left-hand side. They've preferred the right-hand side for their attack so far. It's good defending again, and Williamstown can come away through Matheson here, looking for Aaron Sibia, but it's easily picked off by Maker. Georges have got opportunities to build down the right-hand side again. Mustafa. Oh, lost his footing on the Dewey turf there. Opportunity might open the door here for Aaron Sibia. You can see what he was trying to do there, but in any case, regardless of where the touch went, the flag was up on the far side for offside. You can hear Eric Vasiliadis. He's got plenty of advice for his players out there on the park. And look, I wouldn't be surprised, Alex, if we see a few substitutions at half-time.
Oh, look, I would hate to be a player in the locker room at half-time if the scoreline stays like this, because I'm pretty sure they know what's expected. But he's still getting him, keep applying the pressure. They had a good spell there where they're going forward, wave after wave, as you mentioned, but they need to continue that. As soon as you stop that, it gives the opposition a time to just reset and go, right, we've survived that, let's reset and go again. So they need to keep that pressure on. But Williamstown holding on at the moment. So it will be, can they do it for another 13 or so minutes? The time will tell.
Well, they're working hard. That Williamstown defence of Chichek, Fruskelzo, Mladenovsky and Morris ahead of Bjorn Kant, who is, as we've said, he is regularly an attacking player. He's been throwing the gloves, but again, George is just running out of ideas. It's out of play over there on the Corroy Creek Road side of the venue. So just around 10 minutes till the break now. 10 games happening in the New Balance Dockerty Cup tonight. We'll keep you across all the scores around the grounds as this one develops. This is one of the later kickoffs. A lot of matches kicking off at 7:30, a couple at 7:45. And both this match and the game over at Churchill Reserve between Dynamo and the Oakley Cannons kicking off at the later time of 8 o'clock. But we hope you're enjoying your glad to be enjoying your company on the New Balance Dockerty Cup. Myself, Steve Curtin and Alex Sivkorowski, and well, Williamstown, they've managed to turn attack into defence here.
Yeah, probably it's a poor turnover. Now, this is the time that George Cross needs to make sure that they punish the opposition and know that, hey, you can't give it away that easily. But I'm not sure if it's the trainer or the kids supporting it, but nevertheless, got everyone worried. But the cross comes in now. It's a good ball into the box. It's punched away by Kant. Another opportunity for Georges. Cross comes in again. It's headed down. It's cleared off the line. I don't think the assistant referee has had a look at it.
Flag stayed down, Alex. No goals, the decision.
Kant again as Whiteley. Good save again from Kant. Chichek battling hard with Mustafa. And he clears it down the line. Great work from Williamstown so far. And especially Kant, it's probably about 3 saves he's made there. So they're holding on.
Oh, Bjorn Kant is really impressing in the last few minutes, really putting his name on those balls as they come into the box, so his defenders know what to do. It's made easier for them, and then again, he's got a good idea of where his posts are as well, and that one goes out of play. Round of applause from all of his outfield players too for that last phase of play. Big clearance, a big double fister, and then a reflex save as well from Bjorn Kant. He's been
really impressive in this last few minutes especially. Also defending a couple of Georgie's corners as well.
I just can't believe he's not their first keeper. I mean, he's having a game of his life here. And
He should be playing in goals all the time.
yeah, he scores goals, he keeps him out. He's doing an outstanding job tonight. If I was a keeper that's injured, I'd be a little bit worried that my job's under the pump. Cleared by Chichek in the middle of the park. And we've just got a clash here between two players as the medics will come out and gives us a chance to have a break in play. But what a game it's been so far.
That's right. We'll hope both players are okay to continue. Looks like Yagub Mustafa's getting back up to his feet. But it's an opportunity for Michael Locke to come and have a bit of a discussion with his players and just make sure that they're keeping concentrated for these final few minutes of this first half. Eric Vasiliadis with plenty to say as well. It gives us a chance as well to just have a look around the grounds. Box Hill United and Brunswick Juve. That one's hit the 83rd minute. Still 0-0 there, so the VPL 2 outfit Box Hill pushing one of the top sides in the VPL 1 all the way there. Altona East Phoenix and Heidelberg United into the second half. Still 0-0, Alex.
Got Avondale 3-0 over Brunswick City. North Sunshine and Eltham Redbacks 2-2 at half-time. So a couple of very good results there.
And Bulleen Lions leading Port Melbourne by 3-0 at half-time. That match a battle of the VPL 1 outfits. Port Melbourne bringing up the rear of the VPL 1 at the moment. Goulburn Valley Suns and Eastern Lions at half-time is 1-1 up there in Shepparton. No goals between St Albans and Oakley as they approach half-time. And here at JT Grey Reserve, it's Jose Arancibia's goal that separates the two sides. It came on 20 minutes. Georgies with plenty of work to do if they want to progress in the cup competition. Whiteley's forced to go all the way back. He kept it in play. All the way back to Emmanuel Prifty. And Georgies can look to rebuild here through Maker.
Preston Lions leading 1-0 at home, being the away side. So you need to wrap your head around that one. So that's probably a good result. Uni Hill, State League 2. So they're really keeping Preston Lions under wraps here.
Yeah, some of these State League 2 sides really having a crack, as we're seeing here with Williamstown putting Georgies under the pump as they're struggling in this match, you have to say. Ball over the top by Matheson. Manuel Prifty slices that one. That runs out of play in front of Nash. Happy to see that one cross the touchline. Well, they've been in pretty good form so far this season in the league. Williamstown, they would be, they've got a game in hand. They would be equal top if they were to win that game. It was washed out on that wet weekend in, I think it was round 2 of the season.
I think it was against Brimbank, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah,
yeah.
The league leaders Strathmore in this competition. They would be equal with points on Strathmore if that game had been played and they picked up the 3 points themselves. So they're doing pretty well. Just the 6 games played, but they've won 4 of them and only lost 1 with 1 draw. And you can see why they're doing well in that competition as well. There's some good players out there.
Jose Jalos there just giving away a foul. So this is where Georgies need to really test Cant here from a free kick position. Try to at least put the pressure on.
Bit of call and response from the Air Horn Brigade at Williamstown tonight as Whiteley stands over the free kick. Just one Williamstown player standing on the 10 yards. It's into the back post area. It's away by Matheson. It's sent up the field by Nash out in front of Arancibia. Showing his agility there for Georgies was Alevras. Played forward by Whiteley. Good first touch required here for Mustafa. Just about good enough. Alvarez. And Mustafa can turn and drive forward into space. He hasn't had much space so far tonight. This is Samaras in the number 31 jersey. Whiteley's dropped deeper onto the far side. Ball into Mustafa. Wants to scramble in the box. Whistle on play. It's a free kick to Williamstown. And the home fans give a rousing round of applause to these players who committing themselves very well out there tonight on a cold Tuesday evening at Williamstown.
Yeah, it was a good ball in again. Mustafa there again just needed to take it first time, but credit goes to Can. He's kept every shot he's come across out at the moment, so really should be happy with his performance. And Williamstown probably need to be thankful for him there as well, because a couple of chances could have gone in the back of the net if he hadn't got a hand to it. So they're doing everything right, Steve, as we head into the 43rd minute here. And it's an opportunity now to go into the halftime break leading 1-0, which I think they'll be really, really happy with. But they know there's a big 45 minutes coming up.
Not too long to go, but it's an impressive feat to be leading the side. We sit 9th in NPL Victoria. Georgie's winners of the Dockerty Cup with under the moniker of Sunshine George Cross in 59, 62 and 78, three-time winners. And at the moment, as the scoreline stands, they'd be exiting the cup here in the 6th round of the competition in season 2026. And Williamstown celebrating their 45th year of existence in style if they can push through here to the next round of the competition. They're doing everything right so far. In the shadows of halftime, there'll be a little bit of time added on for the delay after there was some welfare checks after a slight head knock just in front of us about 5 minutes ago. All players passed okay to continue. Just again having a look at those options on the bench for the second half for Michael Locke. He's got Jake Rumble, Russell Barker, James Michevsky, Ethan Babbage, Philip Lloyd, Russell Mazinda. Sure, the fresh legs will be required for both sides at some point as Brifty comes 40 yards off his line to make the header. It's out of play though, as Jared Bozanov couldn't keep it in.
Don't forget, Steve, you got Bjorn Kant as well, who could substitute and put himself up forward as well. So, hey, why not when you're leading 1 minute? Looks like it'll be 2 minutes of added time.
Fourth official, Rakesh hasn't got the digital board here tonight, which was the case when we were last calling the Cup football in the previous round out at Sydenham. As I was saying, Alex, I wish it was as warm as it was that evening now. It's down to 14 degrees by Hobson's Bay here in the mouth of the Corroit Creek just behind us here. Plenty of fans come in to enjoy this one all around the venue here as the long throws into the box. It's bouncing around. Aaron Sibby is there. It's off the crossbar. Did it cross the line? It may well have. Well, the decision is that it didn't, and you can see there Michael Locke can't believe that wasn't given a goal.
Well, we don't have VAR, but we couldn't quite see it from our angle. But what a moment. Has that crossed the line?
Very close. Impossible to tell from our angle here. There wasn't, fair to say there wasn't too many protests from Jose Aaron Sibia, who just got on with things pretty quickly. See there, just his reaction was just put his hands on his head in frustration. That it makes you think that he didn't think it crossed the line, perhaps himself.
It's too hard to tell, Stephen. Even slowing it down to 0.5. But yeah, what a let off that was. George is very, very lucky they're not 2-0 down before half time.
Well, that would have been a hammer blow for Georgie's going into the halftime break had that one been a millimetre lower. Aaron Sibby has found himself on the turf, not happy with some treatment from Yagub Mustafa off the ball. But Williamstown have got to keep playing here because Whiteley's in possession, plays it into the box, and it's away by Fuscalzo. Maker, a player who's quite capable in midfield, playing in central defence tonight as big tackle comes in, and it's a strong tackle from Hayden Morris. Textbook defending from him. Just about put it out on Corrie Creek Road.
Souvenir for someone driving by. Good ball into the box now. Hovering around there. Eventually it's cleared by Williamstown. Just got to hold it up here. And that'll be it, Steve. Half-time here. It is Williamstown leading 1-0 thanks to a goal from Jose Aranchibia. Very lucky not to be 2-0 down, George Cross. But this is a big 45 minutes coming up for Williamstown now.
Well, the big upset brewing here at JT Grey Reserve. Just by the shores of Hobson's Bay here. A potential boil-over as Eric Vasiliadis is out to chat to the match officials at halftime. He's not happy with the way his troops have committed themselves in this first half, and he'll be tearing paint off the walls, no doubt, when he gets inside to chat to the boys. That a really impressive first 45 from Williamstown. They know what they need to do. They've stuck to the game plan, and they go into the dressing rooms with a handy halftime lead. Aaron Sibia, opportunistic, putting the pressure on the defenders and scoring on 20 minutes, and so close to a very similar goal as his effort off the underside of the crossbar was millimetres away from crossing the goal line. Looking forward to the second 45, Alex, as this one is set. If you're a neutral here, if you're a Williamstown fan, this is fantastic cup football at its finest on Tuesday night. We'll take a short break, Alex, and maybe we can get in and enjoy some of the cuisine inside, perhaps, if... No, it looks a little bit too busy. Maybe we'll have to wait till full time. But nonetheless, we're enjoying ourselves here. We hope you have been enjoying the first 45. We'll be back after this short break. Myself, Steve Curtin, and Alex Zivkorowski for the second 45. At halftime, it's Williamstown 1, George Cross 0.
It's on record now. can tell who works in office, who works out in the field. That's it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this round 6 New Balance Dockerty Cup clash, coming to you live from JT Gray Reserve between the hosts Williamstown Soccer Club and a visiting Caroline Springs George Cross. Alex Sivkarowski and Steve Curtin with you. Steve, a big 45 minutes for Williamstown. They've got the opening goal there. They're leading 1-0. Very lucky not to be 2-0 just before halftime there.
Oh, it was so close. It all happened so quickly. Aaron Sivy has been the difference maker. He's the sort of player that you need in your 11 in these sort of games. If everyone can just do a shift, do their work, defend well behind the ball, they've had to rely on heroics from several different players, including the player that we keep referring back to. We can't help but mention Bjorn Kent, who is nominally an outfield player and attacker, and he's been given the gloves tonight. He did the job on the weekend as well in their win in the League 2, so he's had a bit of practice of late, but he's been sensational in goal. The back four's been good. The midfield has closed down Georgie's as well, and look, there's going to be subs for both sides taking place at halftime, we understand, and I think Jake Rumble might be coming on, the number 3 for Williamstown. So get ready to rumble, Alex, in this second half. And I think there's a couple of players will be being brought on as well for Georgie's at halftime, including, looks like Morgan Filer's going to be entering the fray.
And Nicholas Dibb as well.
Yeah, Nicholas Dibb. So a double change coming up for Eric Vasiliadis.
Well, they've got 45 minutes to try to salvage their round 6 New Balance Dockerty Cup clash. A loss here, they say goodbye. A win, and they go move on to round 7. But we've got to give credit to Williamstown. They're in the box seat. They are 45 minutes away from causing a big upset. Can they hold on is the question. Just waiting for the home side to come out, Steve. It's maybe just a little bit of a tactic used to just, keep the opposition waiting a little bit, but the referee should have blown the whistle, letting them know that, come on, boys, we've got a game to play here.
Well, the 4th official, Prakash, is all rugged up in his jacket. He's just dropped the spare ball on the halfway line in front of us. The other match officials are just making their way out onto the pitch now, and they're being accompanied by none other than Eric Vasiliadis, who's got a little bit to say to them as they come back onto the field. But there's still no sign of that Williamstown side. Their subs are out here warming up on the park, but the 11 that started the original at the kickoff, they're not out there yet. So we're still waiting. We're still waiting for Michael Locke. He must be really giving a special sermon to these players as they do now appear out the blue door to our right, and they're coming down the steps. So we're all in readiness for this second half, and Georgies are just going through a second warm-up here to keep themselves on their toes as Williamstown wander out, and they'll need to go through their paces as well. You don't want to be going from sitting down to putting in a full intensity sprint on a night like this, or even when it's not as cold as this, to be fair, as they do make their way back out onto the pitch. And we can see Jake Rumble. He is ready to go.
Come on, Steve. I know you've been waiting to say it. He's ready to rumble. Come on, Steve.
We'll wait and see who the player is for coming off for Michael Locke's side. As we say, no digital board, but we can confirm that double change, Nicholas Dibb and Morgan Filer for Georgies. Morgan Filer on the score sheet early in their league game on the weekend after only 12 minutes. Just chase up that players that have been taken out of the game. So Williamstown back out in position.
Yep.
Well,
Steve, just confirming.
Players taken off at halftime for Georgies.
Jonathan Alevres and Michael Samaras off. So Morgan Filer and Nicholas Dibb coming on. So getting a bit of experience out there in the middle. We're still waiting for, I don't know if my Jake Rumble has come on, Steve. We can't see him there, but we'll try to get a lineup. But the kickoff underway here, so George Cross now have 45 minutes to try and salvage something. Can Williamstown hold on for a big win here this evening?
Well, Matheson giving chase. The Scottish import putting pressure on Emmanuel Prifty, and here's the fresh legs of Morgan Filer, and he gets the ball going forward quickly, and it's ends up finding its way to Vasiliadis. Whiteley running out of room. It looks like Rumble's been added to the... Is it an extra defender out there, Alex? Is it three centre-backs, perhaps?
Just trying to get the numbers here, so we'll keep going to see. It might be, I think, the captain, Mladenovski, who's...
I think Mladenovski is still out there for Scales. I think it's an extra centre-back. So I think they've gone to 3 centre-backs for this second half and maybe taken off one of their midfield players.
Yeah, we'll keep...
We'll keep an eye on that. Process of elimination here without the conveniences of having the digital board for the 4th official here to tell us who's come on and off. Dibbs ball into the box. Picked up by Mustafa. Ball's played in. It's an awkward one there for Nash. Here's Maker. Now Dib. Good switch of play. Picks out Vasiliadis. Looking for space to supply the cross. Gets in a useful ball. It's away by Mladenovski. Further afield by Morris. Finally goes all the way back to Prifty. Mustafa. Bozanov plays forward. Looking for Vasiliadis. Escorting it over the touchline was Hayden Morris. The right back has a goal in the league and a goal in the cup so far this season. Long throw coming in here from Whiteley. Decides to go short in the end. Mustafa, good control. Whiteley thought about swinging in the cross, but he was running out of room. His teammate was closing him down, but then he was offside in any case. So Williamstown's defensive line does its job.
I think it might be Fruskelzo that's come off, Steve. I'm just trying to get the numbers there, but it looks like he's come off.
Might actually be. He's not. So it's a straight swap in central defence then, as you mentioned, Alex. Yeah. It is Chichak still out there at left back. Chichak and Fruskelzo. Similar build, those two.
It's a good opportunity now for Williamstown as Laverso. Maybe try to whip one into the box. So testing times here for George Cross. Really can't afford to go another goal down here. Mustafa. Manuel made the run forward, but Kant will get there first and clears for a throw. So neither side really coming out of the blocks at all guns blazing, but still early moments here. As the breeze starts to come around and the temperature starts to drop, so players now just trying to get all. It's headed backwards here, an opportunity. Filer brings it back out to Dib, puts it in the centre of the park. Got a bit of space now, Georges. Cross comes into the box, it's headed out again. Shot comes in and that's going to end up in the car park.
Yeah, high degree of difficulty there on that one for Bozanov. He couldn't keep it down, and we can hear Michael Locke. He's frustrated that his charges have given enough space there for that shot to happen in the first place, though. So he's making sure they're right on top of things in the early moments of this second half. They don't want to come out and concede a goal shortly after the break and then give the advantage back over to Georges to come home with the momentum. It's a long goal kick from Bjorn Kant. Good distance on it, but straight onto the head of Maker. A bit of body work going on off the ball that hasn't impressed Michael Locke there. Michael Locke mentioned that he had 4 promotions with 7 clubs. He's had 7 promotions with 4 clubs in his coaching career of 22 years. And, well, could he just take Williamstown up into State League 1 next season? They're looking pretty good so far in the league, as we said. Only 3 points adrift of the league leaders, Strathmore, and they have a game in hand. So they're going along just nicely at the moment and really impressive in the Cup, where they lead George Cross tonight. Aaron Sibia's goal on 20 minutes, the difference between them, as Georges have got it all to do, and it's the halftime sub, Morgan Filer, looking to get going here as he plays the ball forward into the box and just about beat everyone. It didn't beat Hayden Morris, though. Oh, and his clearance has gone straight up and down. Pressure from Mustafa. And the cross is, well, it's eventually cleared away. It had come in from Pickford, and now Georges do win the ball back again. Mustafa Vasiliadis. Bozanov's ball inside to make up. Pressure from Matheson. He's Dib surging forward. Mustafa forced to go back. There's plenty of royal blue behind the ball.
Yeah, just really slow in the build-up of play here as Whiteley out wide. Cross is low. They'll get another chance here as it'll be a Williamstown throw. They just need to be a little bit quicker, Steve, with their movement. As you said, the Williamstown are really coming back. They're sitting in those 2 blocks of 4, making it really difficult. We've seen Matheson dropping back all the time and helping out and allowing Aaron Chibia to be the lone striker, but he's just got legs and speed on him that he's able to catch up straight away. As going forward now, Dib looks to get back on his right foot. Maybe doing a little bit too much. Just slipped at the last second there as eventually comes back to Georges. There's a good cross into the middle, and again, solid defending from Williamstown. They're keeping it in. They're not allowing easy possession. Good work there as Mustafa. Oh, just missed that one now. A chance for Maker. He stood his ground. It's a real hot ball at the moment. Going forward is Bozinov. Playing out well to Mustafa. Probably not where he needs to be, Steve. As a striker, you want him more into the box as he whips the ball, looking for the back post. It's Whiteley. It scrambles across the line, and I'll get that opening goal.
Oh, good play, Mustafa, getting the ball in and a clever header by Whiteley back across the face. And the Williamstown defence is breached. We're back to 1-1 here. Felt like that goal was coming on the balance of play in the last few minutes.
Callum! Beat the first man with your cross, please! Come on!
Catch that one again on the replay screen. The ball in. It was a handy one, and see, you got the final touch there, Alex. It's almost obscured by one of the outfield players in front of us, but Whiteley's ball back across the face from Mustafa's cross, doing the damage. May have even come off the unfortunate half-time substitute, Jake Rumble, perhaps. But nonetheless, we're locked at 1-1.
This is where Williamstown just need to keep the pressure on, not put their heads down, keep playing their game. They've done well to keep Georges out. They've taken almost 53 minutes to score a goal, so keep applying the pressure. Their time will come. They'll get a moment, and when that moment comes, they've got to make sure that they find the back of the net somehow, but they can't afford to drop their heads, because as soon as they do, Georges will sense that, and they'll start to pick up the pace, go through the gears, and eventually get a second and third. You don't want that. They've worked real hard, Williamstown, to get to where they're at this stage.
That's right. And they've still got that quality of Aaron Sevier and Matheson out there to call upon. If they can keep it tight at the back and not concede again, there's no reason why they can't score another and go ahead. As they're stuck defending this time again, though. Headed by Laverso, straight up in the air, and it's a good take from Kant, who put his name on that one. He's going to send it long, as he's done several times tonight. Watch the bounce of this one here. It's pretty easy to read for Manuel Prifty in the end.
Pretty decent kick by him. He's gone from one box to the other, so...
Some roost.
Surprised he didn't run up and try to chase it and try to score. Whiteley now, playing it down the line, so George is starting to go through the gears now, intensifying the pressure. He's been good, Bozinov, so far. He finds Vasiliadis. Goes wide again. Just good work by Whiteley to get it back under control. So good press here by Williamstown, just making sure that Georges don't go too far forward.
Well, this is exactly what you were saying that they need to do, Alex. They just need to keep on operating as if they were still 1-0 up and not worry about being intimidated and dropping their heads and losing the momentum that they have in this game.
This one's yours, Steve.
Might get a touch, not quite, as it goes over the scoreboard. We were ready to come into action there. Thank God we weren't. It would not have been good to see. Luckily the camera is not pointed on us. Maker's ball across to Dib, who's able to drive forward. Nicholas Dib shoots from distance. Maybe that wasn't the best option, though. That'll just suit Williamstown, I think, if they're going to try shots out there against a well-set defence. But more changes incoming here for Eric Vasiliadis. It looks like Lucas Burns is the latest player to be coming on. The 22-year-old. He's got 1 goal in the league. Hasn't scored in the Cup so far this season. This would be an opportune time to do it.
So James Curran coming off. He's been really good, Curran. I've been surprised. What?
There's a late
change.
Change of mind here. So Curran might be staying on, it looks like. And in fact, Lucas Burns has been told to put the jacket back on.
James Curran stays on, so everyone's getting confused this side.
Rumble's touch. It's picked up by Mustafa. Good pressure from Aaron Sivia, comes away with the ball. Yeah, it was really good pressure from Josh Gallos and Aaron Sivia to create the opportunity, and they get the throw going their way this time, and they've been pinned back in their own half, so it's a good opportunity for Williamstown to get forward, and it's going to be Morris to take the throw, the right back with the socks down towards Aaron Sivia, who looked for the flick on. Not too impressed that the throw-in's been given as a red ball to Georgie's. Adamant that came off a Georgie's player. So the boys from Caroline Springs switching the ball from left to right, and now back through the middle, and Dip, who's just sitting in front of the 2 central defenders as a really deep-lying playmaker, and he gets the ball going forward quickly to Whiteley, man who is about to turn 30 in the next couple of weeks. Ball into the box. It's well defended by the Williamstown captain, Martinovsky.
So Jacob Burbs, by the time he put his jacket on, he's had to take it off again as he's ready to come on, as well as Aiden Danigic. So putting on some experience here, Eric Vasiliadis. So wanting to just put the foot down and start getting a couple more goals and ease the pressure off and turn their attention to their big game on Monday against South Melbourne there. So got to be careful here.
You'll be able to hear the frustration from Eric Vasiliadis through our mics. It's very close proximity here to the 2 technical areas as we film from the ground level this evening in the Dockerty Cup. 6th-round New Balance Dockerty Cup for season 2026. Ball into the box here. Mustafa. Out wide is Ross Vasiliadis. He floats it into the back post area over the head of Whiteley. And in fact, it was James Curran who wasn't able to get on top of the cross. Long range attempts. It was smothered by Kent. Had to parry that one away. It bounced in an awkward position in front of him, but he handled the situation very well. And here comes that double change, Alex.
Yeah, Ross Vasiliadis comes off. And also looks like it's James Curran this time confirmed. So he's bringing on some change. And Mustafa Danigic is a very good mover of the ball. I think with him and Dib now being on the pitch, but we'll discuss that a little bit further as Whiteley whips in across. It goes into the hot spot. Oh, it's gone through a sea of players. It will be a goal kick. And Lucas Burns, a very tricky player on the wing as well. So he'll be looking to get some balls into the box there, ensure that someone on the end of it can meet it. So this is where Williamstown just need to keep steady here. Keep the focus on. We've still got a long way to go before the full-time whistle goes. And if it stays like this, Steve, we're going to extra time.
That's right. It had been a good shift from the youngster James Curran getting a chance to start tonight. His night is done. So handy players to be able to bring on. Aiden Danigic. What can he conjure up? Here's he wins the header. Matheson. It's well blocked by Danigic.
Playing at left back, which is interesting.
Yeah, an aggressive choice by Eric Vasiliadis there.
Might see some win-back play where it continues to go up forward. As Manuel finds Mustafa. Dib. Falls back to Mustafa Danigic. Looks to loft one over the top, but plenty of blue shirts around. There's just someone needs to take control. It's Dib. Going short to Maker. So Whiteley now darting a ball to the left field. As again, it's just a bit not. Need to be a bit more better with their crosses at the moment. It's a lovely touch there from Aaron Chibia. Oh, strong challenge there from Matheson. Dib's gone down.
Yeah, Dib felt that one. He's
got a
going
yellow
to take
as
his
well.
time here, yeah.
And Williamstown will look to make a double change here with James Machewski coming on. And also number 19, Philip Lloyd. So as Nicholas Dib just getting up slowly. Just trying to interrupt the momentum as Williamstown will look to make the changes now. Coming off
Around
this,
the grounds out at Wembley Park, Box Hill and Brunswick Juve has gone to extra time. Heidelberg, 3 late goals to overcome Altona East Phoenix over there at Paisley Park. Also at Paisley Park, Avondale 4-0 winners against their local rivals, Brunswick City. Bentley Greens, who have been in a run of outs in the league, have had a 3-0 triumph over the league leaders in VPL1 Northcote City.
oh, it's a big result there.
So we'll just pause as Georgies are on the attack here, and they're going to win the corner kick. Uni Hill Eagles going down 2-0 against a 10-man Preston Lions side. Preston playing the most of the second half with just 10 men. North Sunshine Eagles leading the Eltham Redbacks 3-2 late on. So we'll have this corner kick come in. So much going on tonight. It's taken short. Here's Dib, who's just recovered from that injury spell, and that nearly flashed in to the back of the net. That wasn't far away.
Solid effort there from Nick Dib. He looks to have recovered from that early challenge, so it's good to see he's back on his feet. But again, Williamstown just not able to shut that down quick enough, allowing Dib to get a shot off. So nervy moments here. We've played 64 minutes, plenty of time left to go. As Williamstown have really been on the back foot in their second half, Steve.
That's right. And some of those other games, Bulleen Lions out at the Veneto Club, it's a tennis score, 6-0 against Port Melbourne.
Yeah, Nick DeBarno will be joining that one very much so. I think the Champers will be out.
Well and truly crack open the cork there, I think, for the Bulleen Lions fans. And Golden Valley Suns up in Shepparton. They lead the Eastern Lions 2-1. There's 5 minutes to go there. North Sunshine Eagles, as we said, 3-2 up against Eltham Redbacks. St Albans trailing at home. Just under 20 minutes to go against the Oakley Cannons. 2-0 and 1-1 here. We've got the close one, Alex. Don't go anywhere here as we look to see who will progress into the 7th round of the New Balance Dockerty Cup as Manuel is surging forward here, trying to take on the whole Williamstown defence, and he wins the free kick. The pressure from Mateo Babic was adjudged to be too much. They take it quickly and squander the opportunity, though. So the advantage is handed back to Williamstown there, you fancy.
Yeah, should have just slowed down there. Take the time, make sure everyone's on the same page. The referee had to scramble there. And, but that's something they really should have done a lot better. You can't afford to give away a ball so cheaply after you've won the challenge. Been really impressed with since he's come on. He's really controlled the tempo of the game. He's really going forward quite a bit. He's making sure that every ball does, make sure that goes attacking. There's Filer there. Probably not the best shot he's had. And coming back again as Georgie's through Bozinov. Goes back to Prifty. So good transition here from George Cross has Filer, and that's a poor ball. And that could really catch him out now as a chop. There's a chance for Aaron Chuba.
Well played, Prifty. Came out and used his head. Aaron Sibia was bearing down. So a chance for the sub there, James Michevsky getting on the ball. The number 8 jersey. A handy player to be able to bring on off the bench for Michael Locke. So a chance for Williamstown to try and get the ball into the final third. It was left behind by Philip Lloyd. And out of play over there on the Coral Creek Road wing, the northern side of the venue. This is one of those rare venues that runs east-west. Be no good playing here a sunset game, Alex, but that's perfect under lights for Tuesday night New Balance Dockerty Cup action.
Well, Box Hill have conceded late. 118th minute they scored Brunswick Juventus, and then 120th they conceded a red card. So Box Hill were 2 minutes away from a penalty shootout there. That's still going on. So testing times there as back to this one here as Dib goes out wide. Musta Danigic now driving forward. Looks to take his man on. Gets around his man. Composed cross. It's deep. Heads it back down and it's gone through. And I think it might have been Callum Pickford there who's made it 2. But good work from Musta Danigic there.
Well, it's almost very, very similar to the opening goal that Georgie scored with the ball from this left wing across to the back post, played back across the goal. Callum Pickford in good position in the 6-yard box, where all good attackers know where to be. But the run from Musta Danigic, beating his man, getting to the byline. It's an inch-perfect cross. It's a good header by Manuel as well at the far post too to make it all possible. And on 69 minutes here, Georgie's hit the lead for the first time tonight. As we've seen in many of these encounters between state league sides against NPL sides, it's a bit of a war of attrition, and sometimes the superior fitness levels can end up coming in and being an influence late in these games.
You just hear Eric Vasiliadis before saying, come on, let's keep the pressure on, get a third and, really kill off the game. So still quite dangerous at 2-1. But Williamstown now making another change here.
Looks like Ethan Babic is ready to go. Another opportunity as ends up going out for a corner. Will Williamstown make the sub now, or will they buy into the superstition? They're not going to worry about superstition, Alex. The change is going to happen. So Mateo Babic, who's already been out there, will be joined by his brother Ethan. And that's the end of the shift for Jose Aaron Sibia. What a good performance. He didn't leave anything in the tank, did he? He's just gone full gas out there. Scored one. Could have had another narrowly. Would have been 2-0 on the side of the crossbar and out. Good defence to see this one away. Filer's got this one, and now Dib plays it into that dangerous back post area. Camp comes out with a double fister. Back in by Mustafa. It was away by Morris. It's all red and white stripes back there. And the shot from range was blocked. It was Lucas Byrne picking up the ball deep and driving and shooting from distance. Manuel, now Maker.
It's been a lot better Maker in the second half. First half he really struggled. He was getting caught off the ball there, but it's a lot better the half. It's a good cross into the box, and Williamstown managed to clear it out again, but Filer stood his ground now. Really fancies himself. He gets shoved off the ball, but it's advantage played. He gets back up quickly. George is really piling on the pressure now. Can they get a cross into the box? It's a high ball, and that might be just a goal kick.
Lucas Burns has been good since coming on as well. It seems like he's lining up as the right back, is he, over there on the far side? We mentioned pretty aggressive players in the fullback positions with Musta Dunigic and now Burns. And I think what they're doing is using Dib as a real deep-line midfielder who can cover as an extra central defender so they can go to a 3 and push those 2 fullbacks up. I think that's what they're trying to do. To try and quell the dominance that Williamstown had earlier in this game. Matheson, nice little knockdown for Babbage. The fresh legs, he's just got to try and bring it under his spell here. Laverso's wide right. He gets the cross, it's blocked. Musta Dunigic and also Bozanov coming in to close down the angles. So it's been a long time between drinks since we saw Williamstown with an attacking opportunity in this game. The throw comes into the box from Morris. It's away by that Georgie's defence. It's going to be a difficult one to read the bounce of for Laverso, who overran it. Controlled by Babbage. That was Matea.
You just see Georges now really taking control of the game, forcing Williamstown to come at them to get him out of position. That way they'll send the long ball forward. You can see Wiley's made a long run. He almost came from in front of us all the way to the right-hand side. So they're really now putting the pressure on Williamstown. And Williamstown need to be careful here. They go down a third goal. It just starts opening the game a little bit more for Georges now. You can see here, no rush from Filer. Happy to just take a bit of time off the clock. Let Williamstown come at him and get him out of position. You see they're sitting in 2 banks of 4, and they're just making the through ball a lot harder as Filer again darting one out wide. Falls a chance, and it's going to go the other way. And I think it
doesn't look too good here for Cant, who's copped an awkward one around the knee. Trainer called out straight away. He's been so good tonight as well, has Bjorn Cant. It's never a good feeling. We can hear the players screaming out from right all the way over here, up on the halfway line. He's sitting up though, so maybe this isn't as bad as we first feared.
I think it's just that he got collided with Laverso and might have just knocked him a bit.
Yeah, it might have been a bit of,
friendly
as they
fire.
say in another code, a bit of friendly fire there, Alex. Well, not ideal if you've got your backup option in goal and he goes down injured as well. Who gets the gloves if Cant has to surrender them here? So the changes that we've seen from Michael Lockside is that Craig Matheson has gone from the number 10 up into the central striker position, and the fresh legs of Ethan Babbage, who wears the number 10, playing as the 10. But will we have to see an enforced change in goal here? Hopefully not.
Yeah, he's done well tonight. He's kept a lot of chances that Georgie's had out. And if it wasn't for him, they could at least be a couple more goals down. So you've got to give him credit. He's back on his feet, which is a good sign. Referee just having a chat to him, making sure everything's okay. There's 15 minutes left to go here. Can Williamstown find another goal here to force it into extra time? Or will Georgie's hold on? As Williamstown look to push forward, and just a handball there from Ethan Babbage. And George is now happy to just wind down the clock now. They know they're in charge and they have the lead. They can dictate the play that Williamstown have to come at them. Can't afford to sit back. Ozinov's been really solid tonight. He's been given an opportunity, the youngster. Whiteley. No real pressure from the forward, Steve, here from Williamstown. Just happy to sit back and just allow Georges. I mean, they're not doing anything at the moment, but just happy to go from side to side as eventually go forward from Mr. Danigic, is headed down by the captain and Mladenovski.
There might be some reinforcements called because the players will be getting tired out there now for Williamstown, and we're going to see the number 15 coming on, Russell Barker, who has scored 1 goal in the Cup campaign so far in their first Cup match, that 3-1 win over the Rowville Eagles. And it is Craig Matheson, the player, who is brought off, so it's like he's going to go straight up top into that central forward position. Is Russell Barker. White boots out there looking to get involved in the game, but they've turned it over to Manuel. Getting an all-important touch in there. Oh, Steve Mladenovski, and eventually it's offside in any case. So Michael Locke urging the boys, get going for one last surge. And they've got just over 10 minutes to try and throw what they've got left in their energy reserves and their quality out there on the park at this Georges defence and get themselves back into it. And there's the snapshot as well from Philip Lloyd, their halftime substitute. He got a good piece of that. Manuel Prifty equal to the attempt.
And that's what Georges need to be careful of, Steve. It's those moments there. It's just that one chance, half a chance. It can go in and he'll catch you out, and then it's game on at 2-2, and then you're forced to go into extra time. So they can't be, too relaxed here. There's still a game to be won here. Despite the scoreline, they still need to make sure that they're putting the pressure on the Williamstown defenders and not on their own defenders.
And in a way, that's how Williamstown scored their goal tonight. It wasn't through George's defence being torched by a brilliant build-up. It was just that pressure that Aaron Sibia and his teammates put on that created the error. Musta Danigic gets the shot. Good save, Kant. On the follow-up.
Offside.
Offside is the call. Lucas Burns denied by the assistant referee's flag. You get that one right there, Alex.
Oh, look at from our angle. Just having a look at the replay here. It was a lovely ball from Dib. You can see a little spin move back heel. I don't know if the defenders touched it, but he's obviously come off from an offside position, so good decision there by the assistant referee on the far side.
Well, the whole Williamstown defence was all hailing and cave in unison there, so they were pretty confident it was offside.
Good grab from Dib there. The referee just saying, I haven't blown the whistle yet, so...
Not often you see that from a restart from an offside back in the penalty area at the far end of the pitch, but there you go. Armin Pova seeing the restart, and it was almost a disastrous one, but Williamstown get numbers back and clear the ball away through Chichak. You can see the enthusiasm out there from the fresh legs of Russell Barker. He's tearing around up front, but the ball needs to get back into play and get the ball up to him. As they send plenty of blue shirts forward. Bjorn Kant, who's recovered from that knock to the knee. He sends it forward. Oh, it almost sat there on the shoulder. Here's Babic. As Matea. Ball into the box. Oh, we're looking for Barker. What's the decision here?
Looks like a free kick, Steve.
Is it a free kick right near the corner flag? So a good chance here for Michael Locke's Williamstown side to throw some numbers forward. See if they can really make this Caroline Springs George Cross defence a little bit nervous. They lead by the narrow margin, 2-1. Inside 10 minutes to go at JT Gray Reserve in the New Balance Dockerty Cup. Everyone back here for Georges. If they could level things up here. This would be quite something. Oh, good double-fisted effort to repel the ball away. It was going in. It needed that touch. Comes back out again. So Emmanuel Prifty called into action from the set-piece opportunity, and Georges get the ball up the other end of the park. And here's Matej Babic. He sends it forward, but it's not going to work out for Williamstown. There's plenty of spirit still out there that you can see it though, Alex. They're not throwing in the towel just yet, the boys from State League 2.
Not at all. If it stays this way, Steve, they'll be going to the very final whistle, so good on them. They've got a chance. You can see they had a half a chance before, forced a save out of Prifty, a free kick there. Probably not, didn't get it in the right spot, but look, there's still time left. It's a long time to go. We can't just write it off as a win for George Cross, and anything can happen here. You just need one chance to go your way, and it can go, but they've got to be mindful as well. As quickly it comes up one way, it comes back the other way, and luckily for us, that one's gone wide.
And remarkably, Alex, despite being pitch side, we still haven't had a touch yet tonight of the football. It's quite surprising.
Still got time, Steve, still got time.
Laverso got a bit of a bad bounce and the moment escaped him, but he gets back on it here. It's picked up by Maker, puts it out in front of Manuel, chasing to keep it in play, but it crashes into the fencing on the far side. It was never something he was going to be able to run down that ball.
Yeah, especially on a cold night after you played a good 80-odd minutes or so. Maybe on a warm day it might have been an opportunity, but Williamstown just need to keep the pressure on. They've had a good spell over the last couple of minutes. They've been in the George Cross end, so they just need to keep it there. And Mustafa now plays it in the middle to Dib. You can go wide to Mustafa Danigic now. Can he take his man on? Twisting left and right. Good solid defending there from Laverso, and he wins a free kick for Williamstown.
Oh, he's done really well there, Laverso. You can see what Aidan Mustafa was going to try to do, draw him in, then go that outside. We saw him get that key moment, that key cross in early that gave them the lead, or led to them taking the lead, but Laverso was right onto it there, and the youngster did well. So you can just sense that these Williamstown players, they believe that they can grab a late goal here and level things up and send this to extra time.
Oh.
Babic winning the ball back, and here is the opportunity. Barker, big tackle was coming in there from Bozanov. Bozanov still down. Barker was threatening on the edge of the area. And Williamstown get the all-important corner kick.
And like we said, Steve, it's just that half a chance. Barker was in there. Good tackle from Bozanov. Had to put his body on the line to make sure that that one didn't go through. But again, Williamstown knocking on the door. Can they push through it now? It's a very big moment in the game. If they score here, I'm sure the Williamstown fans will be up in raptures. But a big moment here for both sides.
Well, it's all about the quality of the corner kick here. Oh, it's a low one. Doesn't beat the first man. It's away by Burns. And they'll have to settle for a throw. Chitchak over to take. Everyone behind the ball in red and white still. Inside 5 minutes of regulation time to go. Georgies win a very handy free kick. Can take some time off the clock here. So most of those score lines around the grounds just about wrapped up. So those teams that have advanced already tonight. Brunswick Juve after extra time against Box Hill. It's forward by Morris. Also Heidelberg over Altona East, Avondale over Brunswick City, Bentley over Northcote, Preston over Uni Hill Eagles, Bulleen over Port Melbourne, Goulburn Valley Suns. That's a full-time score now. They are 2-1 winners over Eastern Lions. So regional Victorian representation guaranteed into the 7th round of the Cup. And also we've got some confirmation, Alex. 4 minutes of additional time will be added on at the end of the 90. Also, North Sunshine Eagles have got over the boys from the Webb, the Eltham Redbacks. That's a big win at Larissa Reserve. 4-2 for North Sunshine Eagles.
That's a big win. They've been struggling of late, so that'll definitely do them confidence leading up to this weekend's game. But more importantly, they go through the next round, Steve, which is tomorrow. Where make sure you stay tuned to NPL Victoria YouTube page, where we'll have the balls being picked, and the winning sides will determine who they play next. So interesting 24 hours coming up for all the winners here.
It's forward by Babbage. That other match there, Oakley Cannons, they're almost home against St Albans. They lead in the 90th minute. In fact, that is a full-time score, so Oakley Cannons are through. The Dockerty Cup winners of 2023 are through to the next round over St Albans, getting another win on the road in the Cup. Hayden Morris can play forward here. Reverso's ball forward. Barker trying to control it. Bozanov went to ground and put it out of play. Barker needs to get himself into the box. So it's James Michevsky to try and launch this one. Decent flick on. Oh, was there a foul in the box there? Some appeals. It was a really good flick on from Hayden Morris after the long ball had come in from Michevsky. Oh, what did you see there, Alex?
Oh, look, I think Morgan Filer's got away with one there. You can see he's gone over him.
Yeah, it's a decent shout.
Look, very close, very, very close. I think he's got away with one there.
Oh, that nearly beat everyone.
Yeah.
Daniel Prifty came and didn't claim. Morgan! Nervous moments here for George Cross. Morgan! That was a bizarre corner kick looking at that again. It came into the back post area. Emmanuel Prifty got his body in line to come in and claim or punch. It went over him. In the end, it was harmless, but risky defending from Georgies.
Especially this late in the game.
Really playing with fire. It's lucky that some of the tall timber of Aaron Sibia and Matheson are no longer out there for the sake of the Georgies. Williamstown win the throw here again, so they can keep the pressure on, keep getting the ball back into that Georgies half. And that throw, that never came in, did it? It's like the old under-8s. Take it again. That's what's going to happen, I think.
Been told to go back a little bit, Uberi Cicek, so just trying to get an extra yard or two as we're heading into almost a 90-minute. There'll be 4 minutes of at a time, as Steve mentioned, so 4 nerve-wracking minutes for Georges. Can Williamstown come up with one last possession?
Well, it was an important touch from Morris. The ball played forward by Rumble is turned over, and Georgie's back in possession. Yaqub Mustafa, who's been running all of the 90 minutes, working hard in the wide areas, played a key role with the cross in the earlier goal that levelled things up. So they scrap for the ball here. Who can pick up a loose ball? It's well played by Dib, and he might win the free kick. A handy one to win. Big collision between he and Babbage.
Yeah, just 2 knees jarring there, so that's got to definitely sting. He's been in the thick of things, Nicholas Dib, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. A little bit of magic spray, Steve.
Yeah, you can really feel the pain there for Babbage, who's holding it's more around the shin for him, isn't it? Yeah, he's not very nice to cop one of those on a cold night.
I think it's a sub. He's going to come off, yeah, which is not a good sign. Let's hope.
Yeah, the trainer is saying no. He's got no subs left, though. Maybe Michael Locke wants to come on and play a couple of minutes here off the bench, the coach. But
one last roll of the dice.
He's going to have to just play it out. Or they're going to have to finish the game with 10, which is not ideal. He's going to push on here, Matej Babic. I think by the rules he should have to come over to the touchline for a moment, but he's in true Aussie rule style. He's shrugged off the trainers and run back out there.
Just given this dib now. Just need a little bit more height on that one, and he gets involved in a badger pitch straight away. Burns with the unorthodox approach. Gets his own ball back. It's
a good recovery from Matej Babic. He's played a key pass here, and they're surging forward with Philip Lloyd. Turning it over, though, at a crucial time. Pickford. Here's Rumble. All the way back to Cant, who needs to get the ball forward quickly now. That pass was almost left a little bit short by the captain, Mladenovski, who looks like he stepped into midfield for the moment to make an extra number in there. Opportunity here now. Barker puts it out in front of Babic. This is Ethan. Georgie's able to clear the danger and try and clear it out as far as they possibly can now.
Yeah, good work by Bozanov. Just made sure he got there first, but good transition play there from Williamstown. We've played 3 minutes out of the added 4, so do they have one last chance in them? Can they get a shot off and force this game into extra time?
Well, I think the home fans want to see Bjorn Cant brought forward. They know, he's a known goal scorer, even though he's got the gloves on.
Maybe if they get a call on a save, just send him up.
It would only do justice to end this game with a set piece with the goalkeeper in the box. No VAR here to change the decision of the outcome. As we've seen in England on the weekend, as this ball's played over the top, Babic has got something to chase. Filer's favoured to get there first, and he puts it out for a throw. So this might be the time to send up the keeper and launch this one into the box.
He's tempted to, Steve. He's coming up.
He's up to the halfway line.
Will he go forward?
Well, we've seen Hayden Morris. He's got a decent throw on him, and that previous long throw was flicked on nicely. It could have been anything for Williamstown. So everyone back in the box here for Georgie's. It is a crowded penalty area here, Alex, as Morris launches this one in. It hangs in the air. Prifty comes and claims. Well, if anything, he's thrown that too high and too far, and Prifty was able to claim that all too easily in the end.
Well, it's a poor pass there, so one last chance here for Williamstown. Can they get it into the box?
It's hard to know how long we've got left after that injury delay in the added time period. It's a good flick on by Mladenovski. Offside's the decision. I think some sections of the crowd thought that might have been full time. It's not.
No.
Well, if Williamstown are to go out here, it's been a tremendous night of football. It's been enjoyed by everyone here, all the local fans. And the atmosphere's been tremendous, hasn't it, Alex?
It has.
On a Tuesday night at JT Grey Reservers. Caroline Springs, George Cross punch their ticket into the 7th round of the Dockerty Cup. And the 3-time winners, they live on in the competition against a very gallant side, Michael Locke's Williamstown Soccer Club. They took the lead on 20 minutes in this one through Jose Arancibia. They were pegged back on 54 minutes. Looked like an own goal from a Josh Whiteley header across the face of the goal. And then Callum Pickford with the match winner on 69 minutes. But they didn't throw in the towel and they weren't overrun. And look, I have to say that I've been impressed by this Williamstown side. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see them stepping up to State League 1 next season. By the way, they've acquitted themselves next season with chance for promotion being very strong for the boys from JT Gray.
Yeah, they should be really proud of their performance tonight. They really took it to George Cross right to the final whistle. And look, if they can continue to play like that, like as you mentioned, Steve, they're really going to be contenders for promotion. So all it is now is just managing that for the rest of the season. And we've got to give credit to them. They scored first, almost had a second in the first, just before half time. It was deemed not to go over the line. And in the end, they just didn't have enough legs in the end. But you got to give them credit. Well done to George Cross. They did what they needed to do. They got the result on the end. It wasn't a pretty performance by them. They know that. They have to lift their standards, but they go through the next round. And you got to give credit to Williamstown. They should be really proud of that performance tonight.
Absolutely. Well, it was a nervous 90 minutes for George Cross. They trailed in this one for quite a while from the 20-minute mark until the 54th minute mark. The halftime team talk from Eric Vasiliadis. It would have been an interesting one to have been a fly on the wall in there. He made a couple of changes at halftime, and some of those subs coming on off the bench. Morgan Filer coming on off the bench at halftime, as well as Nicholas Dibb was pretty influential. I think Dibb at the base of midfield.
Yeah, it was Dibb that made the big change. That driving forward, that was really so. You got to give credit to Eric Vasiliadis. He made that change with Dibb. He really made made the ball work to his favour and George Cross's favour, and they got that second goal, which they desperately needed.
And for Mill Park and for Michael Lock's side, well, they've got some good opportunities to pick up some more points back in the league this weekend. They'll be here again, home to Mill Park, who sit in 9th in the State League 2 Northwest, before in round 9 the following week they'll play the league leaders Strathmore over there at Strathnava Reserve on the banks of the Moonee Pond Street. That should be a beauty, that game. Yeah. And then they'll play Whittlesea Rangers in round 10. George Cross have got a Monday night game, so they've got a 6-day break despite playing cup football. That's rare when that happens. They don't play until Monday night. They'll play South Melbourne at Lakeside. They've got Bentley Greens after that on the Friday, so a short turnaround followed by
Green Gully.
A visit of Green Gully, yeah. So the MMS band will be out on the pitch for that one. And look, I hope to be down at Fraser Rise. That'd be fantastic to be there for that one on Saturday the 30th. The Maltese Derby, the second instalment for 2026. Put that one in your diary, and might even see you down there, Alex.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll end the broadcast there. Thanks for your company tonight in the New Balance Dockerty Cup. It's George Cross getting the win 2-1 over Williamstown tonight. A gallant Williamstown. George Cross getting the job done in the end, the 3-time winners of the Dockerty Cup. And you can catch all of the excitement of the draw for round 7 of the New Balance Dockerty Cup, when the balls will be plucked out of the hat tomorrow at 6 p.m. on the Football Victoria YouTube channel. Looking forward to seeing the ties as they unfold, and looking forward to seeing the next round of the competition. Big thanks to you, Alex. You've been fantastic. And Julian behind the camera shooting from the ground level tonight. You've done an exceptional job as well. And you, the viewer, thanks for your company from JT Grey Reserve. Williamstown 1, George Cross 2. It is a very good evening to you.